Choose your reality. Perfect dog. Choose your reality. Choose your reality. Perfect dog. Should I go to the combat simulator? Maybe some training will be in order. Perhaps. The simulants. The simbots. Alright, we got the solo missions. Just kidding. That's more fun, like, that'd be back in the day, like multiplayer, like setting up games with your friends. The glory days. Yeah, one of my buddies did play Perfect. Not many buddies played Perfect Dark battles with me, but one homie did. Not all the time. I mean, I probably wouldn't bring this game up unless somebody's just getting nostalgic or something like that about the 2000s. Yeah. Yeah. I had a rage quit earlier because it had been like 2 hours of play and I still didn't complete the mission. So on perfect agent mode, it's getting kind of pissed. Kind of pissed. A little bit. And kind of like I went and cleaned the kitchen, kind of switched gears for a while. And then now I refreshed, I switched my gears, and now I'm ready. So yeah, my stepdad and mother they're gonna go see Avatar 3 tomorrow, and but I really don't think that yeah. The big surprise is that the movie is 3 hours and 17 minutes long, and so I'm just not gonna tell them. I don't know if they've investigated that far, but they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, that Avatar movie is so long. I had to get up and pee so many times." It'll be super funny, I think. Man, it would never fucking end. Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. Yeah, I would like an Independence Day series if it was really good. Like if the second movie got better, but the second movie sucks. So that's why it didn't become a franchise. If that Independence Day Resurgence, if that movie like kicked total ass, if it was like really good, then they would have had a Independence Day 3, Independence Day 3D for July 4th, 30th anniversary 2026, but it didn't happen because they made a shitty sequel, and so that yeah, I don't even really like Independence Day that much. It's just kind of like, to me, it's kind of like reminds me of the way like they used to make blockbusters in the old days, and it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like the movie might be stupid as hell, but it's got a lot of heart to it, and and maybe there's some parts that still make me laugh, even though it's definitely a flawed movie, but for sure. Yeah, so the first Independence Day had a lot better script. Um, I guess Independence Day Resurgence was relying too much on nostalgia, and then they put some young people in it that we didn't even know who the fuck they were. So it was just kind of like what? It was kind of like the same thing they did with Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Like, oh, remember, like here's all these new characters, but you don't know who the fuck they are, and then oh yeah, there's the old characters, but there's not a good. So those movies that are like riding off nostalgia and they're trying to write off nostalgia and introduce new characters, those are always like for the most part going to fail because unless they have really strong new characters to buffer the old legacy characters. And so I guess Star Wars: A Force Awakens was mainly a success because Chewbacca and Han Solo were in it, but then they shitted on that, so they didn't even have that going for the sequel trilogy because they killed fucking Han Solo off, so that was gay. Yeah, and then so you're left with the characters that you don't even care about, and so it's just sucked. So for like a legacy sequel like Star Wars: A Force Awakens or Independence Day, you have to establish like the audience has to care about the characters, all all the good guy characters. So it can't just be all the other characters are lame and then everybody showed up and paid for the movie because Han Solo was in it and that was it. And people didn't give a shit about anything else. That's not good. I mean, for the if you want to create a long term franchise that people are going to uh, love for a long time. So the reason why the remake of The Running Man failed is because it's not because Glenn Powell is not charismatic. That guy's really, 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 really charismatic. You know, he's one of the more charismatic actors uh, that are around today, that are younger on the youngish side. So the problem isn't Glenn Powell. You know, it's the problem is Hollywood doing all these nostalgic projects and doing all these reboots and all these, you know, unnecessary sequels. But definitely the rehashes and the reboots are killing Hollywood for sure. Um, they just need Hollywood just needs to create new things, even if it owns old IPs. It needs to focus more on creating newer ideas. I know the lazy executive doesn't want to hear that because they just want to get a quick. They just want to get a fast buck off some old shit that they already own. I get it. Shit. cooked. I'm toast. All right, that's it. We're gonna blow this motherfucker. Oh, we already did that work in the proximity mine, so I'm gonna blow these fools up. You not hit anything? Maybe you should have practiced. So a lot of people want to make a stink. They wouldn't go see the movie because his girlfriend's black or whatever. All right. So it's kind of irrelevant that his girlfriend's black, but it kind of doesn't matter. It might matter to some people. Making a race swap that didn't exist. Now, in the original movie, he doesn't have a family with a kid. The main character. So, in the original film, Arnold has a girlfriend, or I'm sorry, a chick that will become his girlfriend, and she's she's Latina, she's Hispanic. So Maria Conchita Alonso, who was like a big deal back in the day, super banging hot chick. And the reality of Killian is that the first actor who played him was super charismatic, and Josh Brolin really isn't a charismatic actor. Um, I mean, even Thanos is a dull antagonist, really. It's just like Grimace that frown. He just frowns and broods. There's not much charisma there. Richard Dawson as Damon Killian, he was amazing. Um, your mom is useful. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So Josh Brolin is not a charismatic actor. He's kind of flat. He's really kind of dull. He's basically let's be honest. Josh Brolin is in Hollywood because of his father, James Brolin, and he's really, that's where he got all his lucky breaks. If his father wasn't James Brolin, then Josh Brolin wouldn't be a thing. Would never have become a thing. I mean, he's not bad. He's not horrible. He's just not very charismatic. He's just kind of dull. Yeah. And typically, if there's a big hit movie, it's because somebody else, Javier Bardem or Robert Downey Jr., is carrying the weight, is charismatic enough to make the movie super entertaining. Talented enough to bring the characters to life. And he's just like, oh, he plays his parts well enough. And that's, to me, he's kind of flat, he's kind of dull. And not bad, but not, great. He's not Jack Nicholson. He's not Al Pacino. He's not even his father, really. But I mean, no doubt, No Country for Old Men and uh, Goonies, and especially Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame will be you know watched for and revered for many years. So no doubt he'll be remembered in some really great classics. And Weapons was a very scary movie. Uh, I mean, I'm not saying that's a classic or anything. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't know. I tried to Zoom Phil today, but he's almost 93 years old. So, um, Phil, yeah. Even though he's fallen apart, he's still trying to keep things together. So, yeah, I know the most noticeable thing besides his two strokes is that he lost all his teeth, or he lost most of his teeth. So, I guess if you live long enough, you start to look like a living corpse in a way, I'd say. And you know, that's like the uncomfortable truth of living longer is that unless you have a lot of money for cosmetics and to upkeep your health, then basically, if you live long enough in your 90s to 100, you'll start to like kind of almost resemble a living corpse, which is you know, not something wonderful to think about. So I'll leave it at that. But gonna, yeah, I might put on some movies later and just, if there's any good ones on. I just can't stand Independence Day Resurgence. It's like, they show the old characters and then they're like, oh, here's the new characters. It's the son of this and it's the daughter of the old characters, and just like yawn. It's just, yeah, maybe I did want Independence Day 2 to be good because I knew that if there was Independence Day 2, there could be ID 3D, and I thought that was a big time like missed opportunity by the studios. But now it's owned, what, it's owned by Disney again. Man, Will Smith's a documentarian now. Oh Lord, I don't think so. Welcome to the team. Yeah, I think by like killing off Will Smith because I guess they didn't want to pay him any money to be in it. I think, do I think that Will Smith's inclusion would have saved the movie, but before the Oscar slap and all that shit, all the bullshit. I think it might have saved the movie. Yeah, gave it a like gave it a continuity, a core to it. Yeah, maybe it would have brought the whole thing together. Maybe it would have been funnier. You know, maybe there would have been more jokes and more because like part of the reason why the first Independence Day 30 years ago worked so well is because Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith were funny, kind of like a comic duo together. So okay, shut down. Do, do. Bum, 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 bum. Do the dun 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 dun. Mm, mm, mm. Shit. Shit, he got a lot off me. Shit. I should have went automatic. What? How much skin did he get off me? The health is nominal. It's not that great, but it's not too late here. I could tell when you were here, Tula. I didn't have you staying. Oh, did you like the movie in there? Okay. I kept on Independence Day Resurgence in case uh, Tula wanted to watch it. It's a well, shit. Still playing, man. All right. Good shot, quick draw. Billy the Vid. Hell yeah. Billy the Vid. Oh, Billy. Got the Falcon too. Yeah. No, I didn't check my lotto tickets to see if I won the 850,000. Yeah. If I did, I couldn't tell nobody. So that's for sure. That a doubt. Don't come to Pepper. Shit. Motherfucker. There you go. Damn. Should I abort the mission since I lost the firefight? Well, it ain't over till it's over. Like Lenny Kravitz. All those tears I cried, couldn't say goodbye. No, baby, it ain't over till it's over. All those tears I cried, love deep inside. So it goes something like that. Because you know, darling, it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, I had that one day. I had the best of Lenny Kravitz CD album. That was the CD. And I was meeting my loser friends at this Mexican restaurant. That I think the Mexican restaurant burned down. It was called Los Cucos, and it was like it was yeah. Unfortunately, it burned down. I don't know if they rebuilt it though, but there was a fire in the kitchen and it burned the whole fucking restaurant down. It was like Le Constellation style. Well, not that bad. 40 people didn't die, but yeah. Los Cucos. It was ooh. Yeah, it was a fun place to hang out. They had like margarita night, and we yeah. So I had these loser friends. It was like a guy who couldn't get any trim, and then another guy that likes to switch jobs like every day, switches identity and jobs like every day. And then there was this one guy that was like he would get girls' phone numbers and then he would like he would throw them away and not call the girls, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. It was like the loser single guys club that unfortunately I was a part of for a while until I realized I didn't want to be part of that club anymore because it was gay, because it was a sausage fest. It was just single loser guys together, like just talking about nothing. talking about absolutely nothing. Uh, all right, can I make it with this? Well, the health is nominal as long as I don't get ambushed. We're all good. Uh, unless I get railroaded. Booyah! Welcome to the team. Mm. Welcome to the American dream, brother. I like how he's like coming at me like he has a gun still. He's running at me. Yeah, I mean that takes some considerable bravery. I think a lot of people, if they see some guy with like an AK-47, they're not gonna run towards the bullet fire. It's like there's just a natural, natural self-preservation instinct, which I understand. So, but if it's a terrorist attack like Bondi Beach in Australia, and that guy took action to disarm the man, uh, but he didn't pull the trigger because he was afraid of probably getting charged with murder or something like that. I would have just fucking pulled the trigger. I would have and just faced it. Yeah, because if he would have pulled the trigger, then the guy wouldn't have killed more people because he had extra guns. So I would have just pulled the trigger and shot him and lit that motherfucker up. It's gotta hurt. You big down. All right. Shit. PP. That's a bad place because you get bum rush right here real bad. Ka-ching. Okay, there we go. Do, do, do. Sayonara. There we go. Fuck. You gotta get it just right, or it's not gonna. There we go. Gotta get that angle, dog. There we go. Get that angle, dog. No, man. We're not giving up on the mission. The mission is the purpose. And the purpose is the mission. Poo poo doo doo. Mm, mm. Bam, bam. Doo doo doo. Do, 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 do. There we go. Down, down, down. Oh shit! Fuck! Who's shooting at me from this way, or is it from? Oh, it's this guy. Damn! Again, again. Ugh. Yeah, this is a bitch if you don't get it right like early. It just drags on and on and on and on and on. But I mean, I'm gonna have to hit the hay at like midnight though. Yeah, that's a really depressing movie about watching the whale, and the guy can't even like take a shit. That movie's really depressing. The heartbreaking parts when he can't even get in the bathroom and take a shit. Yeah, great performance by Brendan Fraser, but really depressing though. that's that's probably like what gonna be the most interesting filmographies of all time is probably like gonna be Brendan Fraser's filmography one day. Like people are gonna look back and be like, "What the?" Talk about an eclectic. Oh, they were trying to like point blank ask him if he's gonna be in a Mummy movie, and he's like, "Yep." And so it seems like they're gonna bring back Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser. Whoa. That means like he can't be like overweight. He'll have to like work out a lot and shit. I mean I guess. Mm. Oh, nice one. Yeah, that was the grilled hamburger from earlier. Saying hello. I have to have your fart saying hello. Hello, fart. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks seeing Phil wither away. I mean, it's like I've definitely seen him in better, but he's always been 50 years older than me, so that's just nature running its course, as it does for everyone. I saw that. That was slick, bro. Let's just take him out with an automatic weapon. Oh, damn. It's on the other side. Fucker. Damn it. Didn't watch my six. All right, we got. You game grinding hard, bro. Fucking game. We be grinding, bro. Getting our grind on. Oh, dude. I'll turn this into Mission 5 and then Mission Impossible. Ding, da, ding, da, ding, 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 da, ding, da, ding, 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 da, ding, da, ding. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ba. Dum, da, dum, da, dum, 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 da, dum, da, dum, dum. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, lost in that Mission Impossible. Get lost in the Mission Impossible. Getting ready for the missions plausible. Nice. Excellent work on the rhyme scheme. My boy or as he's called on this alien homeworld, E-Dog. My boy E-Dog. I guess like still like the worst job of my life, like the worst experience was like I worked at this cafe at a grocery store, and it was like it was like everybody, the job sucked so bad like they wanted to die. Like that's how bad it was. Like it was like everybody was like so unhappy because the jobs. It was after like it was like during the Great Recession, 2007 and 2009. And I just remember how like miserable all the employees were, including myself. Like the misery level was just like epic. But it is kind of funny if you do work at a job where everybody wants to commit suicide. It is kind of funny because like I don't really mean that necessarily literally, although there are some people that seem like they wanted to kill themselves. It's typically a minimum wage job in retail, like where like there's no upward mobility and there's like no way out. There's nothing to look forward to in the future. It's like what they call like a soul crushing job. Like a dead it's not only dead end, but it's soul crushing too. It's like kind of but one day at the cafe I remember like there was this older like Mexican lady, and I don't know, I guess was she a lesbian? She might have been a lesbian too, I'm not sure. I guess she was a lesbian. But she was ugly as hell, like she was kind of nice, but it was so funny one day because she was like walking from the cafe to the dish room, and I remember she was like she fell on the ground. She goes workman's comp, and so like she was trying to like injure herself so she could get workman's comp from the company, so she can get paid to like I don't know. There was a lot of people like trying to like injure themselves so they could get like some kind of compensation so they wouldn't have to work like a crappy job. Yes, but it was so funny when she was like workman's comp when she fell. I was like, oh, she's just trying to get injured so she can. Then there was this really, really, really old lady called Judd, and she had broke both her arms, and her body was like falling apart. But I think she was like trying to work so she could like prove to herself that she was still functional, and that's the reason why she had the job is to like keep busy, I guess, or something. But she was really crippled. She shouldn't have been doing that. But maybe she had to work. I don't know. Maybe she put a smart. Maybe she had to. Maybe she was broke. I don't know what was going on there. But she had a great spirit. It's just her body was. She was old and she was falling apart, which pissed off the other employees. Did it piss me off that much? I mean, I guess I give an elderly pass. Especially if you're that fucking crippled. I mean, basically, I mean, they had to almost bring her in on a stretcher. I mean, it was that bad. Her body was all fucked up, and she was still trying to work really hard. And so it was kind of like it wasn't annoying. It was more like kind of like part sad, but then it was part like kind of inspirational, I guess, a little bit too. That's not how all the other employees felt though, because sometimes the young employees are really mean to the old ones, but typically I'm not very mean to elderly people unless they piss me, really are doing something shit. Oh yeah, that crew was the worst, but it was like it was like a motley crew. It was like a crazy crew. It was very memorable because the crew was like just it was like the Deep Space Nine of cafes, if you know what I mean. Like it was the dark horse. It was definitely dark. It was a dark ass situation in a ruthless corporation called HEB, Howard E. Butts. A ruthless, cutthroat organization miserable to work for. A cold-blooded corporate fucking greedy just hell. Oh, yeah. I should never have picked retail. Um, so yeah, retail was hell, and I did like 20 years of it, and it was pretty awful. Yeah, that's why they had the old guy that's like a financial advisor, and he's like, these jobs will make you always poor, and he put on there fast food, retail, and janitor, and and those are all the jobs that I did. And I wish that guy giving financial advice would have told me what not to do when I was like 18. But hindsight will always be 2020 at this point. Um, all I can do is just laugh at the horror of retail and fast food and janitor, and remember the like super funny stories and the funny characters and shit. That's all I got, at the end of the day. Yeah, I wish they would have had that short back in the day with the older English financial advisor. Like, these jobs will keep you poor for life, and do not do these. Yeah. Well, I suppose the challenge for the baby boomers and the my generation, the millennials, and to a limited extent Generation Z, was that um, it is able to be able to find quality information and quality advice. That was a struggle. Now I guess you have an information saturation where you have to be really good at filtering and sorting positive advice versus negative. And so, but there's a lot more, perspectives available. So, but if you can find like the greatest perspectives, then you could, the younger people could formulate their future a lot better and navigate, some issues, some difficulties that uh, previous generations, struggled with, and maybe they could dodge those minefields and dodge those potholes in the road, and so to speak. So Oh, he had a moment to scratch his balls. Oh, damn, he got me good, motherfucker. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh, he shot me from that area. Damn it. Shoot, literally. Man, I haven't accomplished shit in this level yet. Motherfuckers Incorporated. Ass niggas. Motherfuckers. Starfuckers Incorporated. Ass kissers. Motherfuckers. Yeah, that's a great song. Starfuckers Incorporated. Shit. Is that's like that? Oh. That he is dating Sydney Sweeney. She is like perfect, everything. Yeah, when Sydney Sweeney is got distracted by looking at the titties. Yeah, they're distracting. So Sydney Sweeney, it's not just a myth that she's hot. It's like I think what really got me, it wasn't like her like it looking like trying to dress like a regular woman. I think what got me is when she got into those like elegant dresses and she's like dresses like she's an old like Hollywood starlet. That's when she totally kills it. That woman kills it. Fucking punk bitch. Someone called it Somali soda. Somalia soda.
Who's my favorite Catwoman? My favorite, you know that Julie Newmar was like a badass Catwoman, but I mean the hottest one, like her ass and that leather. Oh my god, it had to Anne Hathaway. Hell yeah, that was my favorite Catwoman, like sexually speaking. In terms of like an actress, maybe it was Michelle Pfeiffer or Julie Newmar, but when she mounts the motorcycle, they did that on purpose though to sell the movie. She's mounting the bat cycle or the cat cycle or whatever. Okay, we'll stop looking at Anne Hathaway's ass and try to get back to the mission here. Anne Hathaway's ass cheeks. Anne Hathaway's ass cheeks. Ooh. Stop looking at City Sweeney's titties for a change. Yeah, if they did have Playboy and she was in it, that would be like the best selling Playboy of all time. It would sell so much. Yeah, and if they had like a Skinamax, like a naughty movie with Sydney Sweeney in it, where she gets naked the entire time, that shit would sell out. Like it would break all streaming records, probably. I know for sure she was like back in the day, and they had Playboy still. She would all the issues would sell out. Uh, yeah, I think since I think another problem with the internet age is not just like oversaturation of information, but I think another issue is that like girls are hoeing themselves out like so much. There's so much poetry that it kind of like it takes out the mystery and surprise, the mystique of sex. It kind of ruins it in a way. Shit. I got the high ground, Anakin. Don't try it.
Damn, it's getting near midnight, huh? I still haven't fucking completed shit. Okay. After midnight. Maybe I could stay up another hour. I don't know. Like, as long as I got up by... As long as I got up by 9 and started cooking breakfast, I guess. Keep the whole show going. I didn't really want to see a movie about Furiosa necessarily. I didn't think that was a bad movie though, but I don't think it was an awful movie. Furiosa, the Mad Max saga, but I do expect Mad Max to be in Mad Max though. I don't know if I like the idea of George Miller trying to turn, you know, Mad Max into an anthology or into like trying to make it like the Lord of the Rings or some shit. Because Mad Max has never really been Lord of the Rings. Nice shooting, Tex. Thank you. What are Texans for? Oh, this Scum Donnie guy. Yeah, I mean, like, man, he's got a amazing shit-eating grin. Like, it is one of the most evil shit-eating grins, and I've seen people do a lot of shit-eating grins in my life so far. And man, that shit-eating grin is just perfecto. I mean, that is a shit-eating grin from Satan himself. It is magnifico. It is like scum Donnie. At least he can't be fucking president since he was born in Uganda. Thank God for that. Scum Donnie. Wham bam, no thank you, ma'am Donnie. Was there a fourth one too? Yeah, do you think so? Oh, he's like stuck running in place in a game glitch. He's stuck in a game glitch. Hell yeah. Stuck in that game glitch. I got the game, bitch. I got the game switch, but I'm not playing it. Yo, yo. Mm, no, I'm not going to tell my parents that Avatar Fire and Ash is 3 hours and 17 minutes. They're going to have to discover that horror for themselves tomorrow. I'm not gonna ruin being trapped in hell for 3 hours, almost 3 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, it's funny just not to tell them like, hey, do you know if Avatar 3 is any good? And just be like, don't tell them about the rat. Don't tell them about the really insane link. Don't tell them about like all the pee breaks and how long is this thing? You want the like discovery, right? Like the realization. I want it to be like, yeah, they're like, oh my god, how long is this? Yeah, and then it dawns on them. They look at they figure out the time and everything. They look it up and it says 3 hours and 17 minutes on there, and they're like, fuck. Yeah, that's the funny part, huh? Hell yeah. So then they realize that like they realize that 3 hours and 17 minutes of their lives are never coming back, and like it'll be kind of like almost like a funeral type feeling. But then there'll be a part of them that'll be like in denial. That'll be like, oh no, we didn't waste our time. That was actually pretty good. Like they'll just be kind of like, oh, that was okay spending $50 on this bull crap. But you have to understand that to baby boomers, maybe some Gen X, maybe some millennials, movie going is an experience, a nostalgic experience. Like it's a yeah. I mean, the best way I can put it is like it's an experience. It's a reason why people come together. Like entire families would go see films together, you know. So it was like a familiar experience. It was like a way to connect with people is to go watch movies, and so that's why baby boomers are paying for like crap because they don't care about paying for crap as long as they get to have that connection. But yeah, I've seen movies with friends and family a lot, but how many times in my life have I just went to movies alone and sat by myself? I mean, a lot, a lot of times, like maybe too many times. But that's neither here nor there. That's just how the ball shook out. That's just how the shit went down. But it's either I go to the movies by myself, or I go with my family, or I just go with some riffraff, some shit. Or I just go to the cinema with the townies, and we're in January 3rd, 2026, going into a full moon period. The super wolf moon. Oh well, better not get Tula too excited this late. Tula too wild. Tula too excited. Too lady. I don't want to howl too much for the wolf moon, but yeah, I know my mom's gonna be like, I just sat through a 3 hour Avatar movie, and then she's gonna be like, I have to sleep. Oh my god. Yeah. I really can't wait to hear about it. I can't wait to see if like there's gonna be like a justification to go see it, or if it's like, um, or if the complaints are gonna come out like, man, that was too fucking long. I don't think that people give a shit about the Avatar characters. Like nobody really gave a shit about the Star Wars sequel trilogy characters. Like no one gave a shit about Ray Palpatine or fucking Poe Dameron or Finn or fucking no one gave a shit about Maz Kanata. Just no one just gave a shit about any of that. That's really the key difference. And like, why do you care about the Pandorians? You know, I mean, like the blue aliens. Like, no one really gives a shit about that. I know some people are like, well, it made $900, 900 million worldwide, but yeah, yeah, I know, but yeah, somebody's going to see it. But I mean, once you pay for it, you don't get a refund back because the movie sucks. Donkey balls. You get a refund if the like the movie fucks up or or something like that. But you don't get. It doesn't say if this movie sucks, you can get a refund. It doesn't say that. It doesn't. They don't have a clause that says, well, if this movie sucks, donkey balls, and the movie theaters only. I mean, I'm sorry. The movie studios only get to keep 50% of the take, and the Avatar 3 costs like fucking $500 million. Yeah, I don't. I think James Cameron wants to go into his retirement like with this Avatar shit, but I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think a film can make it just on spectacle. I think it has to have a good story and great characters too. Yeah, Jack Black kind of had a career resurgence with the Minecraft movie, but Jack Black really isn't that funny. So yeah, I know that. And when it's like Paul Rudd and Jack Black, I'm just like, oh god. Doesn't like Paul Rudd plays the same guy in every movie, the awkward white dude. That's it. That's his character. Jack Black, he always plays the zany fat guy. That's it. That's his character. That's his archetype. It's always the same bullshit. It's never different. It's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. It's the same motherfucker every time. Mark Wahlberg, same shit every time. Not exciting. Not interesting. Same thing. Okay, Tom Cruise. Well, you never know what you're gonna get with Tom Cruise. I mean, you kind of know what you're gonna get, but okay, super confident dude, running and jumping, fighting people. Well, that's at least a little bit more interesting from what the other guys are doing. Even though that Mummy reboot movie in the Dark Universe sucked gigantic donkey balls. I don't know what they were thinking with that. It's like, what the fuck was that? Like, reboot Mummy and Dark Universe without Brendan Fraser. Like, that was total bullshit. So, are they gonna reboot Dark Universe, or we don't get Dark Universe, or is Dark Universe scrapped, or what? Now there's no Dark Universe. But I want a Dark Universe. If I don't get a universe, that's still like a Pooniverse. Yeah. Oh, nice. The Pooniverse. I'd like the. If I don't get a universe, I'd like at least a Pooniverse. Hell yeah. A Puna Matata. It's a pussy-free philosophy. It's gay, or it's if it's not gay, it's like involuntary celibate, or it's like laidless. It's at least one of those things, or maybe it's all of those things. I don't know. But it's definitely one or more of those concepts. It's a problem. It's a pussy-free philosophy. A Puna Matata. There we go. That's gonna be the tits. Yeah, that's the money shot, baby. Yeah, I'm glad Tucker Carlson did a a deep probe into the Las Vegas shooting of 2017 at the Mandalay Bay. 58 people killed. Oh my god, and however many wounded. Man, yeah, it was really weird because there was no explanation why that was done. Was it because of political reasons? Because that was mostly like a conservative, gathering. I don't know what kind of, you know, black swan event psyop that was, but yeah. Bart. Oh, nice shooting, Texas. Ooh, I could do this all day. Mm-hmm. Two minds should do. Or should one do? Meow, meow. Doo, 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 doo. Detonate, baby. Ooh. explosion. Yay. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Poopy, poo poo. That's not part of the song though. Poo poo, poopy. Like playing this perfect agent modes like made you like turn into like complete insanity. You you play this so long you like become insane. Hmm. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bum, 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 bum. You could probably play this on keyboard now, huh? You heard it so many times now. I don't know. I don't know what the chords are. Oh, you already did that, dude. Okay, we got to retrieve that presidential scanner. Yeah, on it. Where's my man that's looking for the scanner? Insanity. Hell yeah. Totally. That's what it's all about. All right, Steve right here. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, my boys. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Mandalay, the Route 91 Harvest Festival with Jason Aldean. Yeah. The explanation given by the authorities was pretty weak. Well, he just did it. And like his brother's explanation, it didn't make sense why he did it. His name was James Paddock. Yeah, why did this guy do this shit? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't think anybody knows. I mean, I could watch the Tucker Carlson, you know, expose on that, but it's really mysterious why this guy just. Okay, so I thought maybe he was just old and maybe like some bitch, you know, like his girlfriend dumped him or something, and maybe he was in a lot of gambling debt. You know, I wasn't. I was just like thinking, well, you know, he's old, he's close to death, his life is, so he's gonna kill a lot of people. I mean, I know that's not a very good. That's not really a solid motive. But maybe Tucker Carlson and his guests will have more interesting theories about why a guy laid out so much ordnance on and killed 58 people and injured dozens more. Yeah. Who was behind that event besides James Paddock? Yeah. And that was the same week Tom Petty died, but he died because he was not so much he was a drug user, he was a drinker, but he was a really, 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 really heavy smoker. So yeah, where did the smoking come from? I guess some people they get anxiety, they get nervous, and I think for some people smoking is like the nicotine. It calms them down, and so they're able to do their shit with less fear and with more confidence. You know, in a way. So should I? Hmm. No, I can't rescue the president because then he might get killed, and then 5 will be null and void. How many remote mines do I have? Okay. There's Tula coming back, huh? Yeah, Tula. Oh, you want to check in on us? Yeah, we'll have movie time soon, okay? I love you too. Oh, you're so precious, honey bear. What a sweet golden eye Shih Tzu. Yeah, she is like a Teddy Graham. Adore. She is adorable. Okay, that one bounced off and shit. All right. Shit. Just hit it. Remote mine yet. Oh, fuck. You need to get him. Okay, baby. No, Anakin. Oh, he's still stuck in the. Okay. We got my boy. Make sure we don't get ambushed. Okay, where's my boy? Okay, my boys aren't coming after me yet. Got the presidential clone. Need to take that out. Bum, 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 bum. Hauling ass. Hauling asshole. Do do. Hauling butthole. Buttholes. Hauling ass. Ooh. Hauling ass. Hauling some ass. That's a nice addition to the music there. Shit. Dog. You better get recognized, boy. We'll be plugging homies. Yeah. What the fuck? Shit. Fuck. That's a close one. Man, that was real close. Alright, dog. We barely got out of that shit. Could have been. Oh, I didn't use my proximity mine. That could have been cleaner. Oh well. Well, now we have. Guess what? Now we've defeated all the motherfuckers. Okay, we got. Basically, we could only hit. We could only take like one bullet and we're dead, and that's it. So. got you. I brought you a monkey. Yeah. Brought you a monkey, baby. It's your monkey. I love you, baby. Yeah, I'm coming back. I love you, honey bear. I'm gonna lay down soon and watch some movies. Hey, dude. I love you too. Yeah, I know. It's not food. It's cherry almond. I know it kind of smells like my lotion kind of smells like food, but it's not food. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get it done finally. After I guess it was like 3 videos of failure. I want to say at least. So I know that's an unusual smell, huh? Yeah, it's very exotic. Black cherry almond. Yep. Kind of smells like food, but it isn't. Ooh. Hmm. Dun, dun, doo, doo, doo. Mm-mm. All right, let's kick some arse. Let's save the president. Oh, did you kill him already? All right. Oh shit! Someone's shooting me from the back. Damn it! Who's shooting me here? Is it? Okay. Oh, good shot. Okay. They got homeboys everywhere. All right, we just got to get in, get the prez, roll out, dog. Okay, should we put like well, I could booby trap then, but I might end up killing myself. So don't want to do that. All right, let's make it juicy. Make sure there's no homies coming that way. Any, all right, here's the deal. We're gonna get this proximity mine. That's what we're gonna. This here's the genius right here. It's gonna be the genius. Oh, okay, that was the genius. All right, now another genius is to cover to make sure homies aren't coming this way. Okay, through this orifice here. All right, now we're going to about to save the press, save the day. Yeah. All right, we're rolling out with the Prez. Let's go. We got the Prez. All right. Going. Oh shit. Don't dilly dally, huh? Got that boy right there. Put a cap in the butt. Welcome to Pizza Butt. May I take your order? Welcome to Pizza Hut. My boy is here, baby. Yow!
How are you feeling, Mr. President?
Better now, young lady. Today, I think I will take a while before we do, but I can't believe he would do such a thing. I knew he was ambitious, yes, but this.
Just one thing, sir. What is the project you've been transported so long?
It's a U.S. government deep-sea research vessel one of a kind. The only ship that can conduct a full-scale diving operation of extreme depth. Trent wanted to go into a daylight operation, but I refused.
Trent has a lot to answer for, but I don't think we'll find him now.
You have failed, Easton. You are a flawed device, and we need you no longer.
Just try it, you Scandinavian freak.
Dance to the Interstellar Techno. Well, it's too. Is it kind of a too late for a dance party? Yeah, I think so. Interstellar Discoteca. Hell yeah. Okay, sleepy time. Time to go meet the subconscious, the spiritual world, and see what's going on in there.